right, 5 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Years ago, we used to have a deal here at WOCA. There was a company that created this, what do they call it, graft or something like that? It was like bartering bills. It was like Disney dollars. Remember when Disney used to print their own money?
Exactly,
iTex, yeah.
iTex.
I don't know if that's still around or not. And remember, Disney had nice looking cash. Remember, But here was the thing: you bought money so that you could basically spend money. It was a dollar. I guess it was $1 for $1. And now in the new world, we have bitcoins, right?
Mm-hmm.
What the heck is Bitcoin?
I know.
And people are getting rich from it, they say. Didn't it start out with somebody bought a pizza?
Yeah, it did. Bought a pizza.
And now that amount of Bitcoin that bought that pizza could, I guess, buy the world or something.
Yeah.
I don't understand it at all, but we do have guests, and that's why we have them, so that they can help us understand some of these things that we hear about. Stan Larimer is the CEO of Bitshares and Cryptonomics. Is that right? Cryptonomics. He's going to talk to us about the new financial system of the 21st century, and let's find out. Good morning, Stan. How are you?
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me here.
You're welcome. Where are you?
I'm in Southern Virginia, near Virginia Tech.
Okay, so you understand the whole Bitcoin thing?
Oh yeah, it's it's a new kind of money that doesn't have any middleman. So it's something that people can trade. If you're using Bitshares, it takes 3 seconds to pay somebody any in the world for a penny. So think of that compared to your banking system, where you might have to wire money on the other side of the planet, take 3 days, cost you $30. So that's what people like about it. It's useful.
Okay, so help me understand this, because I buy things online and I get them delivered to me in a day, and I use my bank. So how is that different?
Well, you can certainly use your bank and the credit card companies. They'll charge you 3% or so. It's usually borne by the merchant, so you don't see it, but
Right.
he puts it into his price. And so it's something. But here's the thing: one of the things that people don't like about their bank, right? Their bank has certain things, like they can tell you, well, you can't take out too much money on any given day, and they might say that you're limited. If you deposit money, you can't withdraw it for several days. There's horror stories, certainly in Cyprus, where people lost half their money in the banks because the banks had been fooling around with it, and they took the risks and the profits.
Okay, but how do you get cryptocurrency? Don't you have to pay for it with real currency?
Well, in general, you start out paying for it with real currency, but you could also sell something to get it. You use it just like any other form of cash, and there's all kinds of currencies. There's currencies that are like Bitcoin that are backed by the demand for having a Bitcoin. And so, people will pay for it.
Yeah, how does it have any value? Or let's say I built a widget, okay, and I'm going to sell the widget for 10 bitcoins or whatever. I get my 10 bitcoins, and now I can buy other things with those bitcoins. But how did the value ever get established?
Well, it started out at a penny, or less than a penny, and somebody, the guy that invented it, Satoshi Nakamoto, said this could be money someday. And so, since there was a fixed supply of them, and some of the early adopters said, "Whoa, wow, this could be money. I'm going to buy some." And they'd buy up 100 of them or 1,000 of them. They were super cheap. But then, if you get enough of them, you can send somebody money to buy a pizza. So having demonstrated that, they said, hey, "Well, gee, give me some more." And people started using it, but there was only so many of them, so they had to bid up the price. And over 9 years, the price is bid up into the tens of thousands of dollars or so.
How is it that there's a fixed amount of them when it's not even real? It's virtual.
Well, that gets into the cryptocurrency technology, which is a way of basically having a bunch of robots all over the world comparing notes and agreeing on who owns what. And those robots are programmed not to allow there to be any more money, or to introduce it at a very slow rate so that it stays pretty stable.
Do you use it?
Oh yeah, it's used all over the place. It's kind of the reference currency in case of Bitcoin. That particular currency would be more like having gold. It's a relatively slow currency because so much use has slowed it down now. But the new modern currencies like Bitshares have lots of capacity, more than MasterCard or Visa.
Okay,
So they can handle it.
So BitShare is just like Bitcoin, but a different company that makes it or something?
It's a new generation technology, and it does have a coin in there that's like Bitcoin, but it also is a smart coin factory. So you can sit down and make your own coin for your show, or for
Really?
any of the things you were talking about at the start of the segment.
I can make a coin for my show. Is it
Yeah,
a physical coin, or is it just a picture of a coin?
Not even that. It's an entry in your checking account. You know what you log in to do is e-checking on your bank. Well, this is the same thing. I mean, it works the same way. It's just that there's no bank in the middle. You can send your money through the robot network to somebody else on the other side of the planet, and nobody can mess with it like a middleman. So it's a way to escape from the current financial system. If you trust that system, there's no reason to need it. But if you've educated yourself on some of the risks of that system, then you want cryptocurrency.
When the North and the South had the war, and then the North won, so we had U.S. dollars, and the Confederate currency wasn't worth anything. Could we revive the Confederate currency, and would that be just as valuable as the Bitcoin?
Well, anything is possible. The value of anything that uses as a currency is only as good as the faith that if I buy it today, I can go and sell it tomorrow and have transmitted value and stored value in the meantime. And if people lose confidence in that, whether it be the Confederate dollar or the U.S. dollar or Joe's Pizza and Barbecue Shop coin, it all depends on what people think. If I buy something from Joe's Pizza, will I be able to redeem it tomorrow for the same value I had before? And that's, if people trust that, and Bitcoin has earned that trust. It varies with people buying and selling, and big whales coming in and buying up a lot and then selling a lot. So it fluctuates like stock.
I don't know what cryptonomics is. What is that?
Well, it's a development company. It's the one that developed the software for Bitshares. So it was an innovative software company, but it's basically released it to the world as free open source software, and people picked it up and started running it all over the world on their computers, and that created a network. And then over time, people have bought and sold that thing based on their belief in the system or wanting to use it, and mostly because it's so darn fast compared to Bitcoin.
I went to the website, sovereignhero.com. Why hero?
Mm-hmm.
What does the hero word represent? What's heroic?
Well, you've heard of the euro and the peso. We needed a name for a coin. We called it the hero.
The hero.
So
Okay.
That's where it comes. But that particular coin, unlike Bitcoin and Bitshares, which go up and down in value with speculation, that's designed to grow at a steady 5% rate of return since the Federal Reserve started printing money back in 1913. So while the
I guess the thing I'm still confused at is how do I buy a BitShare? How do I do that?
Well, the way you start out probably is to use something like Coinbase. Coinbase has been around for a long time. It only deals in Bitcoin and a couple other coins. But once you've got them, you can go to a place like blocktrades.us and trade your Bitcoin in for anything else that they have there. A lot of things, including Bitshares and the Hero and so on.
Okay.
So, but the reason is that Coinbase has the necessary licenses to accept government currencies like the dollar and convert it into something else. And so they do that first step, and they only use a few reference currencies. But those currencies then can go anywhere in the world and buy any of the other, perhaps even better currencies. But they're not as established, and so they're not picked up yet by the ones with the licenses.
Can you give me the name of a website or an internet address, whatever, of somebody who is actually selling something that will take BitShares as currency? Because I want to see what's for sale.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got to understand that Bitshares has a unique purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's the reference currency on which other things like BitUSD which is a stable coin like the Hero, tracks the dollar, and there's one for CNY. So people are using those kind of derivative currencies to do their buying and selling.
So the Hero is the currency. So can you tell me a website where I can spend my Heroes?
Well, the place which you can go learn all about that is billionherocampaign.com.
Billion.
And that's where we have, billionherocampaign.com. That's where we have a nice little system. It gives you some free money to play with. Just play money, but you can learn with no purchase necessary.
Okay.
And then while you're there, you can learn all about it, explore, and get answers to all those kind of questions. And then one of the other things you do as you learn, you score more of this free money, which you can use to vote for a giveaway. We're giving away $1 billion, and you can read all about how that works. But that's a place where you can pick up and learn all about this stuff.
I went to the site. I don't see anything I can buy on here. So there's no place online that takes Heroes as currency.
The Hero itself is one of the newest coins, so it's right now something that's used to make payments between person to person.
Okay, so I can't buy a book or
a car or anything like that.
Yeah. Here's the key point, what you can do. Remitio.com is a site that allows you to take that currency and load your debit card, and then you can go spend it anywhere, right? So, there's the interface between the existing system and the new system is the biggest thing that's being built right now. So third-party companies come along, and they say, okay, we know how to use digital currencies, and we know how to use what they call fiat currencies, like the dollar, and we can switch one to the other and then load your debit card, and then you just use it like any other any other debit card.
Stan, thank you for being on there. We are out of time, and I must admit I am confused. But hopefully you'll leave us with a website that I can learn from. Is it sovereignhero.com? Is that the website?
That'll work, but billionherocampaign.com is for beginners.
Well, that's me. I'm a beginner.
Okay, me too.
I have money, but I want to be able to spend it somewhere. I don't want to have a dollar that nobody wants to take. All right, Stan, thank you. I find it interesting and confusing, so I don't know if it's because I'm my age or what. Thank you, Stan. All right, we will be right back.
The College of Central Florida is committed to being your first choice for quality higher education. CF has locations in Marion, Citrus, and Levy counties and offers more than 60 academic programs. Earn a certificate, associate, or bachelor's degree with Florida's 2+2 program. A student can complete an associate in arts at CF and be guaranteed admission to a state of Florida university. CF is ranked number 13 in the U.S. for affordability, is military friendly, and offers a full student life experience. Make CF your first choice. Call 352-873-5800.
Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today.
And now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online. The NFL alumni is sponsoring a Clays for Kids, a sporting event to benefit the Marion County Champions for Champions. The event will take place at the Robinson Ranch in Inglis, Florida
on Saturday, April 7th.
Call 427-0950 for detailed information. The NFL alumni will provide gift bags, breakfast, lunch, prizes, and drawings throughout the day. Call 427-0950 for detailed information on the Clay for Kids sporting event hosted by the NFL alumni.
Here are today's headlines from the source WOCA. A gunman opened fire at a South Florida high school yesterday, killing at least 17 people in the deadliest school shooting since Sandy Hook in 2012. The shooter has been identified as 19-year-old Nicholas Cruz. Reports indicate that Cruz had been expelled from the school for disciplinary reasons. The school, Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, is in Parkland, Florida, in Broward County, about 45 miles north of Miami. Broward County Sheriff Scott Israel said most of those killed were students. A football coach was also killed, and the son of a deputy is reportedly recovering from being shot in the arm. The Broward County School District says the school will be closed today and tomorrow. All activities will be canceled. Cruz, who officials say was equipped with a gas mask and smoke grenades, set off a fire alarm to draw students out of their classrooms before he began shooting. A law enforcement official says Cruz allegedly posted highly disturbing material on social media before the shooting rampage. Governor Rick Scott has ordered flags to fly at half-staff until Monday, February 19th, to honor the victims of the shooting. Following the school shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, One Blood says South Florida area hospitals need O-negative blood donors. The Florida Blood Center says that while immediate blood needs have been met, hospitals need to replenish their O-negative blood supply. One Blood is asking donors with O-negative blood to visit a donor center or the organization's Big Red Bus blood drive to donate blood. O-negative is the universal blood type used for trauma patients. The organization said in a news release, eligible donors include healthy people age 16 and older who weigh at least 110 pounds. One Blood said interested donors can make appointments by visiting oneblood.org. After the deadly shooting in South Florida yesterday, parents everywhere are concerned for their children's safety. A product developed in Gainesville could bring parents some peace of mind. It fits inside of a backpack and it is bulletproof. It could also save a life during a school shooting. The backpack insert was designed by a company called Phalanx Defense Systems in Gainesville. It is made from the same ballistic material that you would find in the military or law enforcement equipment. It comes as a panel